Hola, hola chavales, aquí estamos en el tren Sin World Simulator 5 y vamos a centro de formación porque vamos a aprender los fundamentos básicos. Vamos al centro de formación porque tenemos que formarnos. Esto me queda un tren. Vamos allá, vamos a ver si consigo arrancar el tren. Primero hay que ir a los tutoriales, ya que lo he intentado. Mover un tren, parte 1. Mover un tren. Muy bien. Parte 1.
In this training module, you're going to learn how to make a train move and then bring it to a stop.
Tren en movimiento y detenerlo. Muy bien.
For this exercise, you'll be using a British Class 323 electric multiple unit. It's a great train to get started with, as the controls are quite straightforward. This module will get you used to the feel of the train and its controls. While many trains have different controls and are operated in different ways, there are basically always three controls that are common and are required to move the train. The reverser chooses the direction you're going to move in. It often has 4 positions: off, forward, neutral, and reverse. The brakes are used to slow or stop the train. There are potentially multiple braking systems you can find in different trains, and you can read more about that in other sections of the training center. For now, the Class 323 has a very simple braking system. The throttle controls how fast the train accelerates. In this train, the throttle and brakes are controlled by a combined power and brake handle. Moving the handle in one direction will apply power. The middle position is neutral and does nothing, and then the other range applies the brakes. You will find in some other trains that the throttle and brakes are on separate handles. Before you go any further, set the headlights for daytime running and ensure the tail lights are off.
De día, luces de posición. Sí. Luz de día. Vale. Apaguen las luces de cola. Vamos a apagar las luces de cola. De colildre. Mira el trencito. Con telefonito. Bueno, luces de día. Vamos a apagarlas.
We want to move the train forwards, so set the reverser to the forwards position.
También puede pulsarse. Inversor. Colocar el inversor en adelante y... A ver. Tengo que fijarme en los controlitos. Hay los controlitos de pantalla y este pequeño que hay aquí a la derecha abajo. Y los controles que se ven. A ver. Ah, funciona eso. ¿Qué carajo es eso? ¿Se puede ver? Ah, mira cómo tiene. X-Zoom. Qué chuli. La radio. La radio para comunicarse. Bueno, vamos a lo que manda aquí. Vale, el inversor. Adelante.
Now pull the combined power and brake handle towards you to release the brakes and apply power.
Vamos allá.
In the bottom right and in the center of the speedometer gauge, you can see a little ball. This is the accelerometer and will move up or down to indicate whether you're speeding up or slowing down.
No sé a dónde vamos, pero estamos muy bien.
Now that you've reached your target speed, you can move the throttle control back to the center position. The train will then coast on level ground and only slow down.
Desconectado. Permite que el tren circule en deriva para mantener su velocidad actual. Conecte los sistemas. Esto funciona. Permite que el tren circule en deriva. Es como que le programas la velocidad.
When it comes to stopping trains, the specifics of each train can be quite different. However, the basic process is fundamentally the same. Bring this train to a complete stop by moving the power brake handle into the braking range. The amount of braking you will need to apply also varies depending on whether you're going uphill or downhill and how heavy your train is. Knowing the right amount to apply will come with practice and experience. Stopping a train is one of the biggest challenges of controlling it, particularly stopping it in the right place. That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Pues vale. Qué bien, centro de formación. Centro de formación otra vez, a ver qué me quiere explicar ahora, a ver, porque esto cada vez que entras es uno diferente. Mira estas viejas. O sea, no, estas viejas tienen que ser la repera. Oh, pero ¿cuántos trenes tiene esto? Muy podrido. ¿Y cuándo es esto? 1985. 74. Minutos. A ver. Soy capaz de arrancar la de carbo. La maquinita de carbo. Bienvenida a Pique Ports Railway, Ambergate, Chile in Boston.
Welcome to Buxton, located in Derbyshire, in the north of England. Step back in time and discover the end of the steam era. Climb aboard iconic living locomotives hungry for coal and water, and work hard on busy passenger and freight services across the Peak District.
Ahí se va uno. La era de la locomotora de vapor, chavales, llega a su fin.
There's a route map over there. Fix that while you're here.
Puedo utilizar el ratón para mirar hacia
There are more tasks to find. Be sure to pile up the luggage, refill bags of stone, and sample the Bakewell tart. Follow the markers to board the train before departure.
Yo me cole por aquí dentro. Hostia, ¿qué va a cargar? Agua. Carbón, chaval. Señor, soy maquinista. Suba a bordo del furgón de cola.
Take a seat in the brake van. You can sit in any
Toma un
available
asiento en el
seat.
furgón de cola. ¿Puedo ocupar? Qué bueno. A ver. Espera que el tren se ponga en movimiento. Ahí lo va. Ahí lo va.
Buxton Railway Station was opened in 1863 to service two different railway lines. Midland Railway's Manchester, Buxton, Matlock and Midland Junction Railway, and LNWR's extension to the Stockport, Disley and Whaley Bridge Railway. Originally, LNWR and Midland Railway had wanted separate stations, but town planners were worried that two stations would damage the character of the town. Consequently, both station buildings were built side by side with identical frontages designed by Joseph Paxton. In 1867, an extension to Midland Railway's line allowed their passenger services to travel directly between Manchester and London for the first time, bypassing LNWR. In 1923, LNWR and Midland Railways were merged into the London, Midland and Scottish LMS Railway under the Railways Act. This would consolidate the 120 railway companies operating in the UK down to 4 large ones, known as the Big Four. The Big Four were themselves consolidated into the state-owned British Railways in 1948. Limestone, an important ingredient in lighting and construction, had been quarried for centuries in Buxton, and the arrival of the railway prompted rapid expansion of this industry. Tunstead Quarry, opened in 1929, would go on to become the largest quarry in Europe. This train is powered by an LMS Class 4F steam locomotive. They were first built in 1924 and are an iconic example of British freight locomotion during the steam era. During your journey as a driver on this route, you will learn to drive this locomotive, as well as the LMS Jubilee Class passenger locomotive and the LMS Stanier Class 8F, a heavy freight locomotive. You'll learn to haul a variety of different freight between the bustling yards and perform express passenger services whilst tackling steep gradients. Learn all there is to know about operating these iconic locomotives. Welcome to Train Sim World, Peak Forest Railway, Ambergate to Chinley and Buxton.
No dice nada. Mima. A ver. Antigua. La antigua máquina de vapor. Oh, lo que tiene eso ahí delante. Introducción a la Steiner Jubilee Class 6B.
In this training module, you'll be learning how to drive an LMS Jubilee class steam locomotive. During this brief introduction, you'll be taken through the critical controls and performing passenger operations. When you're ready, climb onto the footplate.
Por el sur de Australia.
Take a seat at the driver's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time.
De su tiempo. No, yo quiero dar un paseíto. Bueno, lo que pasa es que no podemos. Puerta de carbón. ¡Hola! ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo va todo? ¿Está todo en cota? ¿Está todo en cotilla? ¿Qué tenemos por aquí? Vamos a aprender. Yo soy nuevo aquí. Soy nuevo. ¿Esto qué es? ¿Qué es todo esto? Mi madriña. Yo me voy a sentar.
For this introduction, you'll be completing a full loop of the circuit and performing passenger operations when you reach the next stop. Let's prepare the locomotive for departure. The reverser determines the direction of travel and how much steam is consumed as the locomotive moves. Move the reverser into the full forward position. This ensures that you'll get the maximum amount of power to get the train moving. As you pick up speed, you will need to move the reverser to reduce cut-off. This will also aid in steam efficiency.
Ahí estamos.
To begin loading passengers, you will need to open the passenger doors.
Viajero. ¿Cómo se abre? ¿Aquí? Aquí la válvula de drenaje. ¿Cómo abro las puertas de los viajeros? Toca irla, ¿eh? Ah, voy a ver todo eso, me cago en la... Amigo, lo sabría, ahora están cargadas. Ahí va, está subiendo todo. Vale. Él abre unas cosas y se cuela. ¿Pero esto qué es? No, ¿qué es esta movida, tío?
It's time to depart. Close the passenger doors.
¿Dónde salió? ¡Mierda!
This locomotive has a combination brake that controls both steam and vacuum brakes. Steam brakes will apply on just the locomotive. Vacuum brakes will apply to the rest of the train, so long as it is equipped with vacuum brakes.
No carga nada.
When a vacuum is created, this will release the brakes. The driver can use the brake handle to destroy the vacuum, which will start to apply the brakes.
Mira cómo carga el carbón. Cargando carbón. Ojo, si me poner una trampilla por aquí que fuera cayendo abriendo. Vamos allá. Porque esto no combinaba en aflojar. Aflojar.
To create a vacuum, you should use the ejectors. The small ejector should be left open when the train is running. The large ejector can be used to more quickly increase the vacuum after coupling or heavy braking. Open the cylinder cocks to remove any water from the cylinders after the locomotive has been left standing. Water in the cylinders can damage the locomotive as it does not compress like steam. The regulator acts like the throttle for steam locomotives. It controls how much steam is delivered into the cylinders. Slowly open the regulator to apply some power. Remember that power delivery is delayed in a steam locomotive, and applying too much power too early will cause wheel slip.
Un palancote, chaval. Hostia, que nos movemos. Ahí vamos, chaval. Ahí vamos. Pip, 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 pip. Voy a parar ahí. Ya va por ti. No eche más. Nos movemos, chaval. Mira esto. Mira. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Me cagué? No, no voy a bajar. ¿Me va a tocar la bocina? Quiero tocar la bocina, pipi. Para cogernos al tren. Ay, tío, para tomar aquí. Para calentar el cafecito. ¡Qué bueno, chaval! La bandejita aquí. Para llevar el café. Un cafecito calentito. Ahí vamos, al 25%. Uy, para de cargar. Ahí. ¡Aquí, silbato! ¡El silbato, chaval! ¡Aquí hay otro! Bueno, está quitando la fumarera. Ya se puede abrir. Vamos a full power de carbón. Ya está, el 25, ¡Pasajeros al tren! ¡Sí! ¡Apartaos que voy! Lailo. Necesito. túnel. Qué guapo. De arriba. Está bien. Sigo los hombros de drenaje de los cilindros encerrados.
Now that the locomotive is moving, you can open the regulator some more.
Más rápido. ¿A qué velocidad va? A 60 km/h, Parece que un gallo. Vamos allá. A la 80,
Starting to pick up speed, move the reverser into mid-gear. This reduces the amount of steam let into the cylinders and saves energy. This class of locomotive was built between 1934 and 1936 and nicknamed Jubilee, after one of its class was named Silver Jubilee, in recognition of the Silver Jubilee of King George V. Up until the late 1950s, the Jubilee were the largest express passenger locomotives found running out of St Pancras in London. They could be found on main lines throughout the LMS network running express services, until later being displaced by the more powerful Royal Scot class. This locomotive has a tractive effort of over 26,000 pounds and has a top speed of 90 miles per hour.
Directo del túnel a tocar la silbato. Yeah. 114. Cárgalo, cárgalo, cárgalo. vamos a ir para atrás. Qué guapo y Luis auténtico. Como las putas películas, chaval. Para ver aquí dentro, para me romper los esquemas. ¡Que ya estamos! ¡A full power! ¡Yes! Llegamos, ¿no? Vamos allá atrás. No tengo un poco para atrás. Espérate. Recomiendo. Limpiarle los eyectores. Es un poco el eyector ya se... Vale, está bien, chao. No, dejamos así. Yo me pasé. Para. Con la máquina está ya hasta el fondo, claro. Está detenido ya. Ok. Esta puerta. Yo corro por aquí. Se quedaron todos. Bueno, me faltó un par de vagones. Hay que meter todos los vagones. Tiene pinta. Está consumiendo el 98% de CPU. Esta mierda. Me cago en Dios. ¿Pero qué está calculando? Es una barbaridad. Este es el humo de oxígeno. Este es el vapor. Escapa. A ver. Saca freno. Se mueve un poco. atropella. Me parece que está patinando ahí. Debe estar todo, Sí, ahora está todo. No, más, para. Vamos. Bueno. Yo lo hice. Ahora sí está. No me rompes la cabeza, que hay que hacerlo dentro del rollo, va. Yo lo conseguí. Metí todos los vagones dentro de cota. Está hecho. Mira, no me quedó ni uno fuera, mira. ¿Viste? Maravilla. Conseguido. Jolly, no me lo dio como he hecho, me cago. Hay que dar la vuelta entera. No vale con ir para atrás. Vamos allá. Cerramos con puerta. Bajamos aquí. Primer rollo. Esto, válvula drenada. Drenaje de válvulas. Adelante a toda vela. Motor abierto. Vale. Abierto también. Vale. Y ahora acelerar regulador. Válvula. Vamos a dar la vuelta. Aquí ya le digo bien. Medio frenado. Esto ha sido todo el que quería. Nos vemos. Entonces, maquinista en la